I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Williams loses the football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Williams. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
No doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
It's easy work, and it's
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I'm coming after you.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So Cousins and the Vikings down 10-6, a minute 53 remaining. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, not sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. There he goes right side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
So the focus shifts back to the Packers offense. trailing by a field goal. 46 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Check pass. Kill.
Back to throw, Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
55. Get the ball. Check nickel.
1st and 10 at the 43. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
58. Stop your whining.
They'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it would have been a long one, but that was the spot that they put themselves in, Charles, forcing him to try from long distance, and he comes up empty.
And you know what happens oftentimes when you're trying to kick a little bit beyond your range, you overkick it, right? Don't get all of it. In this situation, they cannot point fingers at him. They've got to go back and examine their play calls, how they tried to traverse the ball down the field, and why they didn't get bigger chunks of yardage in order to set up a field goal that was much more manageable.
Yeah, because 5 to 10 yards there could have made a world of difference. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean